What's up, everybody? Welcome Squad Squad and welcome to Slav Guns. We are at SHOT Show 2022 and I'm here at the Mean Arms booth. Some of you might have heard of the company, some of you might not have them. But if you live in a restricted state, you absolutely better learn this name quick. I'm here with Wayne, who's going to walk through. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here, and I'm looking forward to seeing you walk us through your offerings for those that are unfortunately gun owners behind enemy lines.
Yeah. So what we have here, this is the MA loader. This allows you in those restricted states to quickly load 10 rounds into a magazine where the magazine has to be permanently attached to the lower receiver, okay?
So I'm going to cut you there. So
okay.
I was always under this impression, why the heck would somebody actually do this, even if you live in a restricted state? And I was under the impression you'd have to, how do you load it? Do you unscrew the magazine, load the magazine, put it, that's going to be very, very time consuming. And then I saw somebody using that thing, I'm like, it actually makes sense.
Yes.
So I really want to see a close-up demo of this. This is just awesome.
Absolutely. So typically what people will do is once the magazine's locked in, they have to punch the back pin, crack the gun open, shove 10 rounds into it, and then reassemble the gun. Well, we, like you, don't like that rule, so we bent the rule a little bit, so to speak. So to take our MA loader, rock it in from back to front, and then using your thumb, shove those rounds right into the magazine as hard and aggressively as you can. Rock the MA loader out of the way, and just like that, we have put 9 rounds into the magazine and 1 round into the chamber of the gun as quick as that.
I mean, and that's almost as quick as most people would do a magazine change to begin with.
Yeah, for a 10-round magazine, yeah, you can do it pretty much as fast as you can do a magazine exchange. So it comes in 2 flavors. We have a 9mm, a 5.56 version and a 308 version right here. So 2 flavors to play with.
And obviously there's been massive growth in ARs, large frame ARs, or even now we have small frame ARs that are 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, and I'm assuming basically anything that takes an AR-10 style mag, this will be able to load it. So let's say 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, I guess if someone has a 243, something like that,
it'll work. I haven't really tested those calibers yet, just for 308, but I'm sure it would work. I'll have to go back to the shop and test that out for you, though.
All right. So we talked about the Mean loader, and what's the price and availability on these?
They're ready to ship right now. The price is $29.99 for singles, and I believe $80 for a 3-pack.
Okay. And I guess is that just for the 223 or the?
I believe they're both the same.
Okay. And then made in the U.S. with American components?
Everything's made in the U.S., and all of our products are 100% lifetime guarantee, with the exception of one, and that's because it's a consumable.
Okay. So we looked at this. Actually, what is this on here?
So this is a feed ramp that we made that kind of clips around the ejection port. It assists in inserting your MA loader for the 5.56 version.
So if you have the loaders, do you actually need that? Because I mean, it looks like it's almost looks like it's tailor-made for the AR in the loader.
It is tailor-made for the AR. You do not need it, but it is a nice little feature to add to it.
Okay. And what's the price and availability on that?
I do not know.
Okay.
David, what's the price on the feed ramp? Yeah, we're not.
Is this new?
$15.
Okay. No. So we'll find out and we'll include it. Okay, let's try it again.
Yeah.
So, and what's the price and availability on the feed ramp?
About $15, and they are available right now.
Okay, awesome. So if you're going to buy some mag loaders, do make sure to pick up the feed ramp as well. What else you got?
So what else we got? We do the Endomag. So the Endomag converts a 5.56 PMAG Gen 2 or Gen 3 from 5.56 to 9mm. So it comes packaged like this. This is the insert, and you just gut a PMAG, and we make it a 9mm mag so that you can run a PMAG in a 5.56 lower without the need of a mag block. So you don't need Sten mags, Colt mags, Uzi mags, anything like that. You can train with the 5.56 lower, get the same feel for mag changes and all your weapons manipulations.
So I guess basically obviously PCCs are huge right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are companies that are making 9mm specific lowers, to take either Colt magazines or Glock magazines. But I guess you can still, if you live in a restricted state where you're limited to the type of guns you can buy, you can basically just convert your standard AR-15 lower
yes, sir.
to run 9mm.
Yes, sir. It comes 50 state compliant when you purchase it. There's a limiter on the back of here that limits it to a 10-round capacity, and then depending upon which state you're on, you just kind of cut it off. We have it pre-indicated for 10, 15, 20, and 30 round restrictions, and you just remove it from where you are. If your state doesn't like that, we also sell a restricted state version of a PMAG that has already been epoxied on the rear so that it cannot be modified, and it's cut, or it is epoxied out of the 10-round capacity.
Okay. And I guess what's pricing and availability?
$29.99 for a single pack of these and $30 for a 3-pack. And I'll have to check this pricing because this is kind of a newer product.
And I will include it in the description below so you guys can find it along with links where you can find all the Mean Arm products.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see this little thing.
Yeah, so this is the MA lock. This is what actually, going back a little bit, this is what locks the magazine into the lower receiver for all of our California, New York compliant states. Disassemble the gun, take your magazine catch out, insert our magazine, and then with a 10mm bolt, you just turn the head and it shears off when it's tight enough. So you don't have to worry about over torquing it or anything. And then you insert your magazine and it is locked in there. Now, if you ever move out of that compliant state, you just take an easy out, screw it out, and you can go back to having a magazine that'll be removed easy from your lower receiver.
And I guess even if you don't live in Massachusetts, California, or New York, I guess in states like New Jersey where you have the features game, a lot of people are now starting to consider whether they want to go the fixed magazine route, because that's going to allow them to have either a flash hider or a threaded barrel on the end. And when you combine this kit with the fact that you can quickly and easily load it from a mean loader, it really is a solid option for you, especially if you're one of those people, let's say for example, you have a house in New Jersey or New York and you have a house in Pennsylvania where you can have suppressors and other fun toys in Pennsylvania, but you can't have them in a restricted state. This is going to allow you to do and have the best of both worlds.
Yes, yes, sir, absolutely.
Okay, awesome. So those are the compliant solution from Mean Arms, and Mean Arms also just kind of came out and they gave every HK fanboy who can have an HK budget something to love, and we're gonna and we're gonna do that in a separate video linked up here.